Hi guys, it's me SB Studs, and welcome back to LEGO Set Saturdays, where I build and review a LEGO set and then give you my personal opinion on the build. Today I'm reviewing LEGO Set 75957, which is the Night Bus. It is 403 pieces, 3 minifigures, as recommended for ages 8 and up. The set retails for $70 in Australia and was part of the second wave of Harry Potter sets. But before we get into today's review, the YouTube gods on Mount Olympus have told me that only about 13% of you guys are actually subscribed. So if you guys want to see more LEGO set reviews, mock showcases, and more, then go down below and destroy that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. We're getting really close to 150 subscribers. I'm thinking of doing something special when we reach that goal. Thanks to Shredgrid, who is our newest subscriber. Also, while you're down in the description, drop a like on this video. Let's try and get to 5 likes. But with all of that out of the way, let's build this thing. So, here's the final product. In my personal opinion, this is a really nice set. I think the build looks really movie accurate, and the inside has great accessibility. The minifigures are a bit substandard, but that's okay. And since the minifigures are probably the reason you'll buy the set, let's instead look at the box. All LEGO Harry Potter sets kind of have the same box feel. Down in the bottom left corner you have the minifigures, so Stan Shunpak, Ernie Pang, and Harry Potter. You then have this big picture of the Night Bus, which actually looks very cinematic. You then have the age range, number, and name, so it says Night Bus. And then up the top, you can see that there's the Harry Potter logo, there's a picture of Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and then finally you have the LEGO logo. Then on this side, you have the same picture of the Night Bus, and then you have the names of the Night Bus all in different languages. So I think there's French and maybe Portuguese or something like that. And then you have the logo. You then have the LEGO logo, Harry Potter logo. Then you have all the minifigures in these kind of, I guess, cinematic poses. So you have Stan Shunpike, Ernie Pang, and Harry Potter. And then we have the scale, which basically just tells you how big the set actually is. So, oops, I've just dropped that. Here's Stan Shunpike, and as you can see, it pretty much just shows you how big the set will actually end up being. Then you can see some logos, and then some licensing, says, the names and stuff like that. And then you have the LEGO Life logo on that side. Then, flipping around, we have the LEGO logo, then all basically the warnings saying, choking on pieces and stuff, it's in all the different languages. Then we have the barcode and the 0 to 3 against, basically. And then we just have some pictures of just some ways that the Night Bus can be used. So as you can see, we have the minifigures, and you can see how the accessible the Night Bus actually is, how you can just open the back door, and stuff like that, and then it just shows you some other things. So, like what the front of the bus looks like, 2 of the play features you can just see here, and then on the far right you can see how you can lift up the top roof. So that's the box, and while we just done the box, let's just have a quick look at the instructions. We have a LEGO Life barcode, because this was back when I think LEGO Life was still going strong. We then have a picture of the Night Bus. We have the LEGO logo, the Harry Potter logo, and then on the back, just like with all the sets, it says win. Basically, if you give in your review for the LEGO set, you can win a prize on lego.com. Then at the front, we just have like regular LEGO set substandard stuff, how to build the set. And then you can just see, oh, here are the instructions, and yeah, that's just what the front of it looks like. And then at the back, you have the index of all the parts. So just in case you think you've lost any of the parts. So that's the instructions. Let's now have a look at the minifigures. So the first minifigure up is, of course, Harry Potter. This is a very common minifigure, but I still really like it. I really like how they improved the jacket piece from one of those very old LEGO Harry Potter torsos. He comes with a dark brown wand and the same hairpiece as in his 1 and 2 versions that just has this little slit where you can see his lightning bolt scar. You can then see that it has these, I think they're called mid-legs? I don't exactly know what they're called. But then also, you can see some back printing on his jacket, which is actually also quite nice. I actually really like the back printing. I just don't know why, it just feels normal. Normally, LEGO just doesn't do that type of back printing. And then, oops, I've just dropped that. You can just see the alternate expression on Harry's face. It's a bit more angry, when the other one was a bit happier. Then we have Stan Shunpike. I'm a little bit disappointed with this minifigure, as I just don't think it's very accurate and it's just lacking a bit of detail. The torso is really nice. It has just that camera on his thing. I do wish there was like an actual camera that he could hold, but that might be asking for a bit much. And then we just have a bit of back printing again, like the Harry Potter minifigure, quite nice back printing. Then, unfortunately, the legs are just normal legs. They're just normal length purple legs. And I guess purple's kind of nice to get, but I just would have liked a different color. And then you have the face. I just really don't like the face. The face is just that, it's like an angry expression, and Stan Shunpike isn't always angry. I really would have liked the cap, because the cap's quite nice, but I really would have liked it to have some hair down the back so you could see this alternate expression, where maybe he was a bit happier. And also the face makes him look like he was 30 years old, when he's supposed to be a teenager in the books. He's supposed to be 16, 17. And I just would have liked that to be there. But as I say again, really like the hat piece, just would have some hair down the back. So Ernie Pang looks absolutely ridiculous. I kind of really like him. We have this really nice torso print with a shirt and tie and vest. And then if you look at the back, there's some details, but you also notice that the back's kind of checkered. So it kind of looks like a checkered vest, which is really nice. And then you have the face, and the face just looks absolutely ridiculous with just this, I don't know how to explain this, just so fabulous expression. And also the balding hairpiece is also really nice to have, but unfortunately he just doesn't have another expression, which I would have liked. But still really easy way to get that balding headpiece. Unfortunately, just like Stan, no leg printing, unfortunately. Then we have some accessories. So these are just things that aren't really minifigures, but just things that the minifigures can hold. So first of all, this headpiece. This is the shrunken head that Ernie Pang has. I think it's supposed to be Jamaican or something. Whatever J.K. Rowling wrote in the 90s. But it has this really nice detailing, and it's much better than the one from the last Night Bus set. Then we have Harry Potter's trunk. This is just full with a bunch of assorted items. So I'll actually give you a better look. I'll just quickly pause that. Oh, there goes the potion. So first up is this potion. It's yellow, and that's it. Then we have this chocolate bar, which his friends have sent him, and then finally we have a letter piece, which letter pieces aren't that common actually, so it's kind of nice to get that letter piece. It is a bit hard to fit everything inside the chest and make the chest close, so we'll just have to fiddle around. And then finally we have a Daily Prophet newspaper that just is pretty much in all the first word of Harry Potter sets. It just says, exclusive interview with Harry Potter, the boy who lived. So, now let's actually have a look at the build. The Night Bus, I think, is really great. It's so accurate, is all I can say, to the movie, and it just brings you into the world of The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is just a really awesome set, and it's a really awesome play set as well. I've had lots of fun actually playing with it, and sometimes, after a couple of goes, you're sick of playing with a LEGO set, but this kind of just doesn't happen with this set. But let's have a look at some more details. Here up the front is the front of the Night Bus. It has this nice stickered piece that says Night Bus. Again, some of that classic J.K. Rowling play on words. We then have this grille, and these details that just show the front of it, and we also have a license plate, just show the front of the bus, I guess. We then have these lights on the side. I'm not sure if these are lights or signals or something, but they're just there, and I assume they're part of the actual bus. Then we have these two signs which say all destinations, nothing underwater, which is a reference to the movie, or the book, I guess. And then we have this pole that the conductor can lean on. So here's Stan Shunpike, and he can just lean on this pole as the bus goes flying past. And I actually really like to display Stan doing that. That's just a really nice way to display it, but you might want to be careful just so you don't rip out the pole. Then we have this detail here where you can open up the side of the right side of the night bus, and then you can put some stuff in. But let's have a look at some interior details. So inside, probably the most notable detail is the bed. In the scene in the actual movie, the beds move back and forth and knock Harry over inside the bus because the bus is just going so fast, and it's stopping so fast. So it's a bit hard to replicate it just by moving the bus back and forth, but you can do it yourself. So here's what it looks like to have Harry in it. You can just basically just take out the bed and open up the hinge, and then you can just place a minifigure down. If you really want to, you can connect the studs on the back of their legs, but you don't really have to. Then the next detail is the chair, or the driver's seat, sorry. We then have it. I kind of like the fact that it's red, just sticks out a bit more, which I kind of think works for this set. And then you'll see that if you close the door to the bus, you'll see a shrunken head, which I pointed out earlier, and I don't think, it's a bit hard to do it, but you can make it go back and forth, rock back and forth, which is a nice detail. But something really nice that the creators at LEGO did is they realized it was hard to actually fit minifigures in there just by, like, reaching your fingers in. So they actually gave it a hinge. It's like own hinge. I'll just show you it here. So you can actually, like, angle the seat, and that just becomes easier for you to put a minifigure in. So here's what it looks like to put a minifigure in it. So I've just put Ernie Pang in here, and as you can see, he just fits in, and he looks pretty nice, I think. And then you can just close the hinge, and he can just sit there. Then if we open the hinges to the side of the bus up again, you may notice, probably the most noticeable detail, this swing chandelier. This is actually from the book and movie, and this actually works way better than the bed. It just swings with such an ease, and it doesn't get, like, stuck in anything or anything like that. Then you can just see below, you have the Daily Profit sign, and then you just have a seat up here, which you can just, like, place a minifigure up there, just in case you want to, put someone on the second floor. Unfortunately, there isn't actually a second floor, it's just this seat, but it just means that you have more room to play on the first floor, which I think is an okay trade-off. So, if you do want to get a bit more access to the bottom floor, you can just take the roof off. One or two pieces might be stuck on, but it's pretty easy to actually take the top roof off, and that basically just gives you a bit more room to fiddle with your fingers, with the minifigures and stuff like that, and that just gives you a bit more room to play around, and it's especially useful for younger kids who just fiddle around with stuff. So now let's actually have a look at the top floor. So I really think that they outdid themselves at the top. It has this really nice slanted design at the front and a curved design at the back. And then I'll give you a quick look inside. You see this Daily Profit newspaper that I showed you before. I am a bit confused by this though, because in the actual scene in the movie and in the book, Stan Shunpike is holding a newspaper telling you that the prisoner of Azkaban has escaped. I'm just confused that LEGO didn't print a new tile for that. But, and that's kind of the same with another set that I'll probably review later. But, basically, I just think that it's a bit weird that they didn't print a new tile, but I guess maybe I'm just asking for a new bit too much. Maybe it's just a bit too expensive to print new tiles. But now you'll see the red spaces. That's actually to put Harry Potter's trunk, so it's just a place for you to put it, so it's just like not hanging around. And basically you can just stick it in there and it'll just sit there inside. And it's a pretty nice feature, I think, just so that you don't have loose parts all around. So now it's time for personal opinion. Personally, I really, really, really like this set. I think it recaptures the actual vehicle so well, and just the feel of it also. And I just have had a really fun time just rolling it around, and it's kind of like almost swooshable in a way. Even though it's kind of like a car, you wouldn't really describe a vehicle as swooshable. You'd describe like an X-Wing or a TIE fighter as swooshable. But yeah, I just think that this is a really good set. Unfortunately, as I said before, minifigures are a bit lackluster. Would have liked some better minifigures, but overall, I think it's pretty generous. Would have liked it to be $10 cheaper, but honestly, you can probably get on a sale at $10 cheaper. So, I think that I'll give it a good 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, guys, that's all I've got to say about this set. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment down below your favourite Harry Potter LEGO set, and also what your opinion is on this set overall. I am responding to all comments, so do please comment down below as I will respond. I also do have an Instagram where I give you guys sneak peeks, tutorials, and other stuff about my videos. So if you want to check it out, my username is sb_studs. If you want to ask me any questions about LEGO or YouTube in general, then feel free to DM me. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Sterling, out.